Hey, Ross and Rayang. Taking a little walk and gonna talk to you guys. Check out the cool headphones, by the way. Microphone right here, perfect sound. So you're thinking about moving to Thailand, and you're thinking, yeah, I could live there. Look at it, it's beautiful. The women, the liquor flow is cheap. It's cheap to live. But let me give you some reality checks, things you probably don't think about when you come here from vacation versus coming here to live. Got a couple things for you. I'll get back to you on them. Something you can't find in any book or travel guide you'll hear about: Thai time. Thai time is something that you will get used to. The only thing I can consider close to Thai time is when I was in Louisiana, where you schedule somebody to come in for work at 10 a.m. and they show up at 10:15, 10:30 and they say, yeah, I'm on time, because that's on time for them. That's Thai time. Something to think about. Maybe you packed it all up and you moved to a city, and after a couple of years living in that city, you get burned out by it. Whether you're living in Bangkok, Pattaya, or you're living in some other location where you just get bored with it, or you find it you don't like it anymore. What are you gonna do? My suggestion: travel around Thailand for at least 3 or 4 months. As a tourist, you get your tourist visa. You don't have to worry about currently the TM30, where you have to check in with your landlord or what you're doing, because you don't need it as a tourist. You can get yourself a 90-day visa, which doesn't require you to leave the country, if you get it before you enter the country. Go to the embassy in your country, go to the consulate and pay the $110 and stay here 90 days without having to leave, without having to check in with anybody, and travel around to a couple different cities, and not just spend 3 or 4 nights there and say, oh, I could live like this. Actually, spend a month in 3 different cities and see which one you like the most. Pick the 3 that you think you would do well in ahead of time, whether it's a heavily touristy area or just a heavily English-speaking area. So if you move to Bangkok, yeah, you'll find a lot of people who speak English, but you live in a big city. If you move to Thailand to get away from big city life and to live a more relaxed life, Bangkok's not going to be for you. If you move from a oceanside village, maybe you lived in Ocean City, Maryland, or Long Beach, California, and you really wanted to get to a big city, you wanted to know what it was like to live a big city like that, Bangkok may be for you. Chiang Mai could be for you. Thai could be for you. Pattaya could be for you. There are a lot of big cities, Albany, that you can go to. Something to think about. What if things don't work out well here in Thailand? If you've sold everything you own in your country, packed it all in and said, I'm leaving and I'm not coming back, and you find that Thailand isn't your cup of tea. All those times that you vacationed here are not the same as living here, and you're getting frustrated because you get frustrated easily, or you need things to be a certain way and you're not willing to adapt to Thai way. What are you going to do? Something to think about. Something to think about. Health insurance. How are you going to get it? Where are you going to get it? What kind of coverage do you need? Do you have any pre-existing conditions that will warrant you paying a higher rate? Luckily for me, again, Thai spouse, her best friend is a health insurance agent, which made getting health insurance easy peasy. I also got my friend health insurance here. My wife did the translating for him. Again, easy peasy. For less than $1,000, he has 2 million bahts worth of coverage. So for $1,000, you get $60,000 worth of coverage here, and health costs are much cheaper here. You can go to the doctor here, get your medication, and the office visit, and still not even spend $20 American. If you didn't have insurance. If you have insurance, you just pay nothing. In fact, there's zero copay with a lot of the insurance gold plans here. So whatever you pay for the year, that's it. Something to think about. Driving here. The roads here, people drive very aggressively. Somebody will pass you just to get one car in front of you, even if they just are going to be slowed down just like you are. If they can be in front of you, they're happy. They'll do dangerous passing. They will force you off the side of the road because they're passing illegally and you're coming up on them. You'll have bikes, motorcycles, zipping in and out. They don't care about the road. They feel that if they get hit, it's always going to be the car or truck's fault, never their fault. So as long as they survive the hit, they'll want to get money from you. As a foreigner driving, the last thing you want to do is open your mouth if you're involved in an accident. The first thing you want to do is call your insurance company. And they have English-speaking insurance agents, and they will send somebody out from wherever you are. Somebody will be there within 20, 30 minutes. Never an issue. And they will speak for you on your behalf. If the police start asking you questions, you keep your mouth shut and say, insurance agent coming. You can just point to the sticker showing the agent, pull out your phone, and show them that you have insurance, and your agent is going to come and speak on your behalf. Because if you're foreign, what they will try to do is just extort some cash out of you. Which say, okay, hey, you know, that's going to cost me 20,000 baht. You give me 20,000 baht. We don't involve the police. And the police will actually even facilitate you paying them because nobody wants to do the paperwork. If you're okay with that and you don't have any damage to your bike or your truck or your car and it's just them that has the little boo-boo and you don't mind paying it just to make it go away, by all means, go ahead and do that. But if it's something serious, definitely get your insurance agent involved. Something to think about. Something else to think about here, shopping for clothing. If you're a plus size guy like I am, finding Western size clothing is not easy to find. Whatever your size is in America, it's 2 more here. So if you are a small in America, you're a large here. If you're a large in America, you're a double XL here. I'm a large. Not big fat guy, just large. And very difficult to find clothing my size. Not impossible, but difficult. You have to know where to shop. You just can't go to your typical clothing stores. And if you do go to the mall to find your clothing, you're paying Western prices for it still, which is really, really expensive compared to Thai pricing for the same type of clothing. Something to think about. Watching TV. If you want to just turn on the TV and flip through the channels, well, there's not a lot of English speaking. In fact, there's 0 English speaking on broadcast television. If you want English speaking channels, you need to get a satellite or cable, and then you're still only limited to a few channels, and always you're going to have subtitles of Thai underneath them. So even the HBO here is censored HBO. You're not going to get Game of Thrones the way you get Game of Thrones in America because nudity is not allowed to be shown on Thai television. So Game of Thrones, seasons 1 through 5, where there's grotesque amounts of nudity. Love that show, by the way. Horrible ending. You can't get that. It's just going to be censored. It'll be blurred out. Even if silly things like somebody smoking or carrying a weapon will get blurred on Thai television. Though it's perfectly acceptable to see a man smack a woman around on TV. That's okay, but you can't show somebody smoking or having a pistol in their hand. Something to think about. You get in your car, your truck, you turn on the radio, every station is in Thai. You're not really going to hear much Western music. If you do, there are stations that do play a little bit of it, not a lot of it, but just a little bit. You're guaranteed in the course of the day to hear Hotel California, Zombie by the Cranberries, Gorky Park, why? I don't know. And a few other, a couple Linkin Park songs. No matter what, they're the same to be in the constant rotation, these same songs. Even a really horrible song from the 70s called One Way Ticket, which until I heard on the radio, I was like, this is horrible. I was like, oh, I've known this song for 20 plus years, 30 plus years. It's just horrible, but it's played on the radio all the time. And all the Thais know it. One way ticket to the stars. Horrible, but it does get stuck in your head. And the radio stations here, again, everything's Thai. If you like to listen to different music, You need to get yourself some kind of streaming service like iHeartRadio, or that's what I use, Net Radio, Spotify. You need to get one of those accounts so you can listen to the kind of music you want. Do you like sports like the NFL, the NBA, the NHL? What am I missing? Football, baseball, basketball, hockey. Those are the 4 major sports in America. If you like watching those on Sundays or during the week or at nighttime, you won't find them here. They're not on TV. You may be able to get a satellite package that offers you some of it, but you're not getting your 5 different channels of ESPN here. You will learn to adopt to enjoy things like world soccer or cricket, sometimes even the badminton championship or the ping pong championship or even the volleyball championship. But major sports aren't on TV here, except for WWE and UFC. You can always find those on TV here, which is great if you like those sort of things, and I do. Something to think about. Something to think about. What do you enjoy doing for fun? Can you do that here? Or maybe you'll just have to pick up some new hobbies. Hobbies you didn't even know existed, such as looking for metal on the beach, looking metal detector. Sounds boring, but it's a great exercise every day. I keep thinking I'm going to do that, but I'm just too lazy. Also, I don't like getting up early in the morning. In fact, getting up by an alarm clock is probably the worst thing anybody could ever do. You should wake up when you want to wake up, not because you're forced to wake up. Something to think about. Something to think about. Sunscreen. When the sun is bright, there it is. Or sunscreen. Something to think about. Otherwise, you will get sunburned. I know what you're thinking. You're saying, Ross, if Rayong is so hard to live there, why do you live there? Well, it's my backyard. And as you can see, it's really quiet today. And it's beautiful here. But why do I live in Rayong? Pretty simple. My wife is from Rayong. And her family's from Rayong. So it made sense that when we moved back to America, from America back to Thailand, we moved back to Rayong because I have a nice family support system. Something to think about. You want to go on YouTube, start showing off your life, only to have potato head haters saying negative things about you, making videos about you, calling you names, thinking that they are special because they think they are special? Are you ready to do that on YouTube? Something to think about. Here's something I've thought about. Do I really want to make a YouTube channel? And if I do, why? Am I doing it to make money? Am I doing it because it's just fun? It's a hobby? Am I doing it so that my friends and family back home who wonder, what have I been doing for the last 5 years? They talk to me on the phone, but no, what am I doing now? Probably. So if you want to subscribe to this channel, feel free to. And keep up on Ross and Rayong. If you found this video boring, oh, something to think about.